guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a general pick-a-pile reading about why aren't you having sex? So readings are timeless and timestamps are in the pinned comments and decks are in the description box. There's also a link to my link tree so you can find me all over the internet. And there are also links to Etsy for this exact reading. I also want to say thank you to the new subscribers and those who are getting Etsy readings. And I also wanted to pull a card right now for Blank Blank, who replied on a video recently. This is a shout out reading. So if you're the first person to leave a comment on a video, you will get a shout out reading, which is just a one card little thing. So Blank Blank, we have the reverse 9 of wands that's showing up for you. So this is about some isolation ending. I really feel like that you're going to be finding someone soon to hang out with. So this could be somebody who's like a new friend at work or somebody who just has similar interests to you, but you're going to be starting to see your social life really pick up soon. So thank you so much, Blank Blank, for leaving a comment. If you would like your own shout out reading, you can go ahead and leave a message in the comments. It can be like what pile you picked or what thing you wanted. Also, we have what is in the box, and what's in the box is revealed at the end of the video. You'll be using your intuition to figure out what is in the box. Intuition is really important on my channel. If I say something and it doesn't seem like it belongs to you, that's because it doesn't, so don't try and pick it up. So also on my channel, if the camera zooms in on a card, we will pull a clarifier card with the Tarot of Sexual Magic. So today we have the blue gem, the little flame, and the clear gem. So let's go ahead and get started with the people who chose the clear gem. So what I decided to do for this reading, I just did 3 reasons or things that can kind of give us clarity about why you're not having sex. And then I'm going to ask the question, will you have sex in 6 months? And then this is something that can help improve your chances of having sex. So we have the reverse 4 of Wands. So the reverse 4 of Wands is about breaking up. It's about arguments. For some of you, it can be that I really got the sense that the person who you're currently with or who you are really focusing on is not your twin flame, and there is someone else out there that you're supposed to be finding. So things just don't work with this person who you want to or are trying to have sex with because they're not the right person. The next card that's showing up is the 8 of Swords. So for some of you, this is about self-imposed restrictions or isolation. So for some of you, you may be going through like a low self-esteem. There may be something where you're imposing this restriction because you're waiting for this person. So then the third one is the reverse moon card, and the reverse moon card is about some clarity. It's about some messages in your dreams. So the clarity that I really feel that some of you need to kind of look at or think about is the person that you're looking at really the person who you're supposed to be with? So then, will you be having sex in 6 months? Maybe. Start. You have not made a choice. You will need to pick a direction in order to go forward. And that really does fall back onto this idea that this is not your person that you're looking at. And the reason that that's important important is because when you are able to become aligned with that fact, you will then come into alignment with someone who is going to have this harmonious connection with you. So then the thing that you can work on is the Knave or Page of Cups. And that's about being birth or having a new love. So, start making those lists. What do you want? What does it look like? This person who you've been kind of fixating on is not really giving you what you want. So you either have to alter what you want or you have to alter the person. So those are really your choices. You do have a lot of choice in this matter, but you do not have the choice to change the free will of the person who you're talking to. But you really can find some joy in, have you really enjoyed watching this person and not be able to spend time with them and not being able to connect with them and watching with them with other people? And then, you see this stuff that's like, oh, well, You know, if you're in a twin flame relationship, it's supposed to be very difficult, but actually the things that are supposed to be coming to us and supposed to be ours come with ease. So it might be the time for some of you to start looking at your person and saying, "Hey, am I willing to stay here and complete or compete?" I'm so sorry, you guys, about being so tongue-tied today. There's so many messages that they're just coming very fast. Am I willing to compete for this person's attention and time, or do I want someone who's just able to give that to me? All right, well, thank you so much for letting me read for you. And if you would like this exact reading, it is available on Etsy, and the link is down below. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the wonderful things you can do on YouTube. And then also don't forget to go to the end of the video for what is in the box. So this is the second group who chose the flame. I have 3 tarot cards that are just going to give us some insight into why you're not having sex. And then we have the yes, no, maybe card, oracle card, that's going to give us the answer to, will you be having sex in 6 months? And then this card here is going to just give you some insight into giving you more of an opportunity, or what you can do to increase your odds of having sex in 6 months. So the first card is showing up as the reverse sun. So the sun is the happiest card in the deck when it's upright, but when it is reversed, it is about delayed gratification, it's about some depression. So for some of you, you have been in a state of depression. I sense that for some of you, there was a relationship that you were in, and that relationship broke up, and you thought that it was the happiness. You thought that it was the thing that you wanted, but then when it was no longer available to you, your life kind of crumbled a little bit, and you're still at this point working on picking up the pieces. I'm going to take a quick drink here. Okay, sorry guys. And then the second one is showing up as the Nine of Swords. Now the Nine of Swords is about anxiety. For some of you, because of that depression, it's causing some anxiety. For some of you, this relationship that broke up, it was an abusive relationship. So there was a lot of like, oh, you know, you're really unattractive. No one's ever going to want you but me. There was a lot of detrimental things that were said in a hateful way. And I'll tell you guys, a really good test for when you're meeting somebody is, are they kind? Are they kind? It's so simple to be kind. And, you know, you can watch that. Are they kind to animals? Are they kind to the waitress? Are they kind to the person who held the door for them? Do they hold the door for other people? Like, if you're looking for a person that you want to have a lifelong relationship with, if they're blocking you and not calling you and saying mean things to you, then they're not kind. They don't have that base human thing going on where they're just kind, because you deserve that. So, for some of you who got out of this relationship and you have a little bit of anxiety because you thought that, oh wow, that was a very narcissistic relationship. You really thought that person was the one. You feel really just betrayed and abandoned and lied to, and you're very anxious that your picker is broken. You're afraid that the people that you pick are the problem. And that's not actually true. So, if you understand the laws of attraction, you're actually vibrating at that. So this anxiety or this fear of like, oh, what if I get somebody who's going to beat me, or what if I get somebody who's going to be mean to me, it has basically tied you up and made you so that you can't move forward anymore. So start to educate yourself. Give your brain some soothing. Read books about narcissists. Start trying to find ways to trust yourself. I know that for me, well, I started meditating about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit less than that. But I started meditating every day, and it really, really helped me with the understanding that when I show up for myself every single day for just 15 minutes, I started to see myself as trustworthy for myself. And what that allowed me to do was, when I met other people, I could tell they were trustworthy or not, because if it matched to how I was caring for myself. So for some of you, you don't listen when you need to go to bed. You don't listen when you need to eat healthy. You don't listen when you need to stop smoking. You don't listen. And so you can't trust yourself. So this person comes in and you're like, I don't know what trust even looks like. And then you find yourself hoping that it's happiness and then finding out that it's not. So then the third piece is the reverse two of wands, and the reverse two of wands is about thinking small. So for some of you, you're in this group, your only requirement for a relationship is they need to like you. That's your only requirement. Well, they just, oh, they like me? Okay, yeah, I'll get in a relationship with you. So there's this point where you need to have your boundaries, you need to have your expectations. You can have an expectation of the way people treat you. If someone needs to cancel on me, they need to call before the time of the date, not after, to give me an excuse. Unless it's something really big. You know what I mean? If it's something like, oh, I got in a car accident and they're in the hospital, of course you know. But for the most part, those kind of situations happen like 1 or 2% of the time. And it is a perfectly acceptable expectation that when you make plans with somebody, you show up. It is. You deserve it. If you have somebody who makes plans with you, I give them 2 times in a row. If you make plans with me and then you cancel, if you cancel before, then it's kind of like, cool, everything's all right. I don't need to follow through with how you handle yourself. But if it's like, oh, they cancel and then they cancel again and then they cancel again. I was supposed to meet some guy the other night, and he said we were going to just meet at Dairy Queen, and I thought that'd be a fun place to just kind of get an ice cream, and it's really calm and whatever. And I said, hey, are we still on for this evening? And he was like, well, I'm watching a football game, but if you want to get up together after that, we can do that. And I was like, why did you even set a time? And I was like, no thanks. I hope you find somebody who enjoys watching football with you. Have a great day. Like, you can pass up on behaviors right from the beginning. You have to, a person, I don't like the phrase actions speak louder than words, because normally what happens is when a person's angry because other people didn't do what they want them to do, they'll say that. Actions speak louder than words. Oh, because you didn't do everything I wanted you to do, you don't love me. That's not how that works. It's the courtesies. It's the, okay, you tell me the truth. Okay, you show up. Okay, you are kind to me. Those are the things. So then, will you be having sex in 6 months? Is yes, absolutely. When something is absolute, there's nothing wrong with charging forward. I really sense that some of you have taken the opportunity, because some closure really does not mean you say goodbye. Closure means you give yourself the ending. So what that means is, if you say, okay, you know what? Let's look at the situation. Okay, so Mr. A person came in and said, let's go get coffee. And I said, okay. And then 2 days later, he said, I'm sorry, I lost my phone. Okay, well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to make sure that next time when we get together, we're going to go to karaoke, because I love karaoke. And if you don't show up, I'll still have something to do. But you are really evaluating what happened here, and you're doing an excellent job. So I really do sense that for those of you who are in this group who are really giving yourself closure and learning from these experiences, will be able to call somebody in who looks exactly like, not physically looks like, but who has the energetic attraction to you, and you will really enjoy what you find. So then the thing that can kind of enhance that or move that along is the idea of the reverse empress. Now, the reverse empress is about dependency on others, finding some independence in yourself, which is very interesting because this and this are both major arcana cards. So that means there's some divine timing coming in this. For some of you, this will set you on the direction of your life path. This is how you learn what your life path is. I'm just listening for any more messages in this. So it is very important to you, and part of your experience in life and your reason for being here is to find independence. So work on finding independence so that when these people come in, they're not giving you any kind of promises. Oh, I'll make you dinner. Oh, that's okay. I already made dinner. Oh, well, you know what I mean? Like I make six figures. Oh, that's cool. So do I. Like they're not going to be able to like impress you. So they're going to have to be a genuine person that you just mesh up with because you're going to have everything you need. So that's what gets you on this path to being in a relationship is learning how to not be in one. All right, well, thank you so much for letting me read for you. And if you need this exact reading or need further readings, they're available on Etsy, and there's a link down below. And don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all of the wonderful things you can do on YouTube. And now it is time for the third group who chose the clear gem. So I pulled up 3 tarot cards that give us some thoughts or reasons why you are not having sex. And then we ask the question, the yes or no question of, will you be having sex in 6 months? And then we'll do another card that's kind of like what speeds this up or what causes it to happen. So give me 1 second. I'm so sorry. I have a little tickle in my throat lately. I just needed to get a drink of water. All right. So let's go ahead and get started with the first thought or reason. So we have the reverse Queen of Cups. Now, the reverse Queen of Cups is insecure. She's smothering. I mean, as you can tell, she's smothering this guy right there in her tits. She's smothering. So what that means is when you meet a person, because you're unable to kind of connect with yourself, it's like you're walking around with your connection trying to plug it in somewhere. And other people are like, you need to get your energy from yourself because you can't take the energy from me. So the next card is the Knave or Page of Wands. Now this is about new ideas, new projects, being a student. So currently you are in a place of being a student of the universe. There are things that are happening in your life right now that are forcing you to be independent, that are forcing you to be on your own, because the universe really wants you to see what you are capable of. For some of you, you're going to find that this means you're living on your own for the first time, you're paying all your own bills for the first time, you are not in a romantic relationship, which is actually a really good place for you to be. The fact that you're in the situation where you are right now is going to allow you enough growth that when you start on your next relationship, it's going to be everything you need it to be and want it to be. So then the next part of the information is the reverse Six of Swords. Now, the reverse Six of Swords is about stagnation or not being able to move on. Some of you may have a situation where you really like somebody, you're still holding on to them. Maybe you had like a time where you spent time with them, but now here you are and it's 2, 3 years later, and because of the fact that you're waiting for this person to come back, you're not opening yourself up or allowing yourself to experience like sexual relationships with other people. You're not going on dates. You're just waiting for that person to come back. And what's happening is it's like there was a path and you're supposed to follow it. And some of you were like, no, I'm sitting here. Hell no, I won't go until I get Mr. A person back or Miss A person back. No, what's happening is Miss A person is down the road healing. So if you're sitting here like, no, we went to this exact pizza restaurant and had a great time, but now they have moved on and they are healing and they are experiencing other experiences, your roads are not going to path or to cross again because you're not moving. Wow, some of you really felt that. So if you want a relationship with that person, you have to realize that that person has gone down the road a little bit. And moving on does not necessarily mean that you let go of loving that person. Love is eternal, love is a wonderful thing. So you can love that person and move on down the road. And not just because you're looking for them. You move down the road because you're looking for the next best version of yourself. As you go down that road, you become that next version of yourself. So there is a potential for you to have this person in your life, but not if you continue to sit where you met them before energetically. Okay, so then will you be having sex in 6 months? No. Drain. This path will drain you of your resources. It will require a lot of energy to recover. So for some of you, you won't be having sex in 6 months because you're still trying to stand up and walk down the path and walk away from what you think was the happiest moment in your life. Because there's a lot more happy moments. Some of you are like, no, if I move on and I leave this experience that I had with this person, they're gonna get out of that relationship and then they're not gonna be available to me because I'm gonna be in another relationship. Well, divine timing is going to work all of that out. I promise you, the things that are supposed to come to you, they come with ease. They come with simple, just, oh, here's my thing I was looking for. Here's my gem. Like it's there in front of you. It's like finding $100 bill on the floor that you didn't work for, you didn't toil for, you didn't, get up at 6 a.m. There's just $100. And that's the way it can be with relationships. But the problem is if you're not moving forward. Now, when people say, oh, let it go, I think a lot of times people have fear that, well, if I let this go, then I will be empty handed. But if you are empty handed, you have the opportunity for something even better to come in your hand. And in some cases, it might be the exact same person in a better form. So then, what will make it get to the point where you can have a sexual relationship is showing up as the stars. Now, the stars are about inner clarity. Until you are able to connect to this situation and see the situation the way the universe sees it, you will not be able to go forward and find what you really want, which is very interesting because what I feel that you want is on each of these cards. It's two people having an intimate sexual connection. So then let's pull some clarity on that reverse Six of Swords. Okay, so it actually was very interesting. It showed up two different cards, which normally that means two different sets of people. So we have the Ten of Wands and we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is very, very interesting because what that means is that the tens are at the top, at the end. So it's like the one is where the beginning of the situation goes all the way through to the 10. So what that means is for some of you, you are in the Ten of Wands energy. Now, in the Ten of Wands energy, you are doing all of the heavy lifting. So a clarity on that card showed up as the Six of Wands upright. Now, the Six of Wands upright is talking about victory. It's talking about when you are able to lay down all of the burden of this situation, when you are able to say, okay, I can move forward. So sorry, guys. Okay, I can move forward. You're going to find that you are victorious and you're getting what you want. Now, the Ten of Pentacles people, that's about leaving a legacy. That's about what's important to you. So for some of you in the Ten of Wands, you were the one doing all of the carrying. You were the one, wishing on the stars and doing the magic and crossing your fingers and, buying spells on the internet. You were doing all of this stuff and you were allowing the universe to carry that burden. And when you're able to just say, you know what, throw my hands up in the air, I'm done with this. I'm going to put all of the things aside. I'm going to move forward on down the line, knowing that things always work out for me, and I'm going to just let this person go. And I know that's a very difficult thing because it feels like they're saying stop liking them or stop having emotions. That's not what letting go means. Letting go, like I have this thing and I just don't have it in my hand anymore. It still exists, but I'm not trying to control it. I'm letting it flow. So then for some of you, you're going to be able to do that. You're getting in the 10 of Pentacles where you're like, you know what? That's it. I'm just going to work on myself. I'm going to leave a legacy. I'm going to learn a hobby. I'm going to just work on myself and be getting better. You guys, both of these groups have the potential of getting exactly what they want. I mean, we all have the potential of getting exactly what we want. But you guys have loosened some of the energy even during this reading. So what that means is, as you progress with time and letting go of control, letting go of expectations, letting go of something that has not been easy. Relationships have the potential to be very easy. Hey, you want to hang out tomorrow? Sure, that sounds great. Okay, what do you want to do? Let's go to a movie. Okay, cool. I'll pick you up at 3. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, it's 3. I'm here. Let's go to a movie. Okay, sounds good. That's what you want, you guys. Just flow with, go with the flow. There may be somebody who has asked you out and you've said, no, I'm waiting for Mr. A person. And, Mr. B person is exquisite and wonderful and everything you wanted, but you can't let go of person A. All right, well, thank you so much for letting me read for you. And if you have a specific situation that you want further clarity on, you can go to my Etsy. And then don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all the wonderful things you can do on YouTube. And now it is time for What's in the Box. What's in the box? What's in the box? What is in the box is the Great Elephant. All right, thank you so much for letting me read for you guys, and I look forward to reading for you again.